Good evening for Labor Day. Let's do a stream. Gonna go over the indicator. It'll look a little bit different than this, but this is the premise of it. Um, I kind of, I just learned a lot and observed a lot over the past couple of years in regards to the futures market, and I wanted to create an indicator for that, and was able to get somebody to help me with that. And yeah, so we've got the indicator in testing right now. We're adding a couple little nuances to it. Also got the idea from an old indicator called fire lines, or voodoo. Actually, they called them voodoo lines. They had fire lines built into them. So actually, I'd be really curious to see how this compares to that. But I'm not willing to spend $1,000 to figure it out. So so we're just gonna go with this. But the math on this indicator has been absolutely spot on for the past almost 2 months now in testing. Um, and yeah, so basically, I come up with my own mathematical formula based upon the open price and how each session price tends to stay within certain ranges. Also has a little bit of average true range built into it, a little bit of regression built into it as well. And yeah, so it just, it has a lot of math component to it, but it is definitely something that I created all on my own. Again, just from months and months of watching price action on ES. And I can get close with NQ, but not enough to actually build an indicator around it. So I'm definitely not going down the path with that. Gold, I can get kind of close on that, but I actually blew my Topstep account on gold last night on the super big spike that happened, and it was like it was within two less than 2 minutes, I think. Oh, my fault. I didn't have the risk parameters set in there, so that's completely on me. Um, it just it just moved really fast, and I didn't have the risk parameters set, so that one's on me. But anyway, so this is a 50K with Apex that I'm trading on here, and they've got their 90% off sale actually through the September 2nd. So you can use my code Blues Trades. That'll get you 90% off any evaluation account over there. So please go over there and get some accounts. I mean, it doesn't get any cheaper than 90% off with them. So it makes a 50K if you do a Trade Evade account. I think with taxes and everything, I think it was $18. If you do a Rhythmic one, it's a little bit cheaper, about $16 for a Rhythmic account. But anyway, uh, gonna go over the indicator though a little bit. So, it has a lot to do. Like I said, it's got some regression component in it, that sort of thing. But there'll be in like an arrow here uh, at the green line, and that'll usually at that level we get some pullback. As you can see here, it happened last Friday at 3 a.m. So it went from green all the way down almost to the other green. But if you go from this green, which was around 65.11, even if you bring it down to the blue line here, that was 64.95. That's 15 points. And so not each level is 15 points. It's definitely not. However, if you're at an extreme, it's designed to get you about 15 points of movement. So if you're doing one mini, obviously that's $750. If you're doing well, I mean, even if you did 5 micros, it's what, 325. Excuse me. So You don't have to go super heavy, but these the green line, the red line, and the purple line are uh, extremes. Asia session will generally stay between the orange lines. Definitely almost always stays between the blue lines. So if you are out of that, um, I would, look for reversals at those points. The white line, the solid white line, is always indicative of your open. And then, but the indicator does all the math for you. You don't have to do anything there. So I don't know if we're going to come down and touch the 75 here or not. 64, 75, 75 would be an area of interest for me here on this Asia session, and then the 71.75 as well. So what I do generally is this right here. Let me log in here and I'll show you. Uh, so what I generally do is I will place orders at these levels, right? So right here around 64, 66 area, I'm going to place a level actually to go long. So what I do is this is where the DOM comes in handy for me. So around 60, what I say, 64, 66 and 3/4. I'll find that on the DOM. Um, Obviously, it's moving and I need it to stay static. May just place one and then just move it up. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Don't do that. Come on. Yeah, because it moved. All right, we'll do that. So I want it 64, 66 and 3/4. What is going on here? I want to be able to keep the DOMs like static. I don't want it to move. I don't want it. I don't know if there's a way for me to turn that off, centering off. I'll have to research that. But anyway, I want it at 66. Well, let's go with 64. 67 is where I will place my order. May move it down just a tad. Let's move it. I can move it on the chart. So I've got it at, so the actual point is 64, 65 and 3/4. I'm going to put it at 64, 66 and a quarter. Is where I'm going to place my order to go back long. If we get down to 75, we could see a bounce potentially there. And then potentially another one at 64.71 in 3/4. But yeah, so right now sell off to start the session, or not sell off, but pull back. But that's pretty much how I use the indicator. I just noticed that with different, particular sessions, how much of a range you would get on those sessions, and then, you know, um, the power of math. But that's why it's much easier to calculate ES than NQ, because ES travels 60% faster and farther than ES as well. So this indicator is designed for ES. However, what you can do is this. Um, so here's the indicator as it stands. Um, but again, we're making some adjustments to it. But what you can do is with that on your chart, you can do this. So you can see how the levels still play out. Um, ES as it relates to NQ, but I'm not going to trade NQ based on the ES levels. You can. I have done it in the past. I mean, you could see if you get a bounce right here up to 84, back up to 84. Um, Very possible. I mean, that only gets you 2 points, but that's $40 if you're playing a mini. Anyway, but uh, I am almost primarily using limit orders now and not market orders. I've just found that by doing that, it's helped me a ton. I can sit and wait on the market to come to me rather than try to chase the market. And but yeah, so this indicator, I would use discretion. But you could use it on NQ. Um, but it is designed and calculated for ES, not NQ. Let's look at gold. I'll show you guys what wicked me out last night. This right here, this push up to, I thought that they probably TTO'd here. Um, no, it was here. Was it here? It was this candle. It was this candle right here. It just ripped right against me. And I actually had gone short right here, but this $3 of price action just went against me. So again, if you're gonna use it on anything besides ES, just use extra precaution, please. Um, because again, it is it is designed and calculated for ES, not any other futures products, or stocks or anything. But uh, would I use it? I'm going to, but if you guys purchase the indicator once it's available and ready, please just use caution as to what you use it on and how you use it. Obviously, I can't tell anybody how to trade. That is your thing. This is for entertainment purposes only. But yes, overall, the indicator is calculated for ES. Be interesting to see if we come back here. Come back. Where did my lines go? I know I drew them. Where did they go? Tell me I'm gonna have to draw them again. Because this open tonight is not at 78. It's actually at 80 and 3/4. Um yeah, it's at 80 and 3/4 is your open. But the I don't know why the lines that I drew myself are gone. That's very interesting. Maybe because I didn't say. I think I didn't sync them. Are we having an inside day? Yep, we're inside so far. Wait a minute. I think I know because I'm on I'm on the continuous contract and not the actual contract. Oh, thank God. Okay. All right. Now they're back. I was like, what happened? I don't know why. I'm wondering if my guy coded that for the continuous contract and not the current contract. If so, that'll have to be adjusted. That'll have to be adjusted for the indicator. If you guys ever have any doubts, you can go to this website, cmegroup.com/markets, and then you click on here on markets, ES, and then click there, ES 500, and then go to quotes. And then this will show you the actual open, which is 6480.75. Oh, I bet I know what's throwing it off too because of the holiday. I bet they're counting this as one day between last night and now. So they're probably counting this as one day. I'm almost certain. And I think that's probably what's throwing the actual indicator off. So we'll have to account for that. I mean, listen, when you build something like this is why you backtest and backtest because you have to notice these things, right? I noticed it because I know my math. Um, but it's not to say that the indicator is wrong because it's not. It's still going to give you some accurate levels within a variance, but those things I'll have to talk to the guy that's building the indicator and tell him about that, especially with continuous contract versus the actual contract itself. And then also, if there's a holiday, how it calculates, um, how it calculates the combined days. So, but again, that's why you back test these things. There's your broadening formation I just drew. You could do a smaller one here as well. Um, this one. So you could do a smaller broadening formation as well. Uh, Even though I have an indicator now and the math lines, as I'm going to call them, um, which by the way, there is an indicator that I went down these rabbit holes for years, right, trying to figure out things, and who knew that it would come back to where, anyway, full circle. But there is an indicator actually called Murray math lines. That would be interesting to see. Let's see if that shows. um I remember Murray math levels. Oh boy. Let's see how they line up. Eh, so they're not so far off of mine. Um, but if you're using limit orders like I am, then yeah, it's gonna be off. It's gonna have too much of a variance for me. Um, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I mean, two two points on a 2 points on ES though. I mean that's $100 on one mini. So do I trust their math? Mm-mm. No, I don't. So good to know that I looked at that. I doubt voodoo lines are on here at all. Uh, I remember the voodoo lines. They were like, I don't know, they were just so expensive. Let's see if fire lines are on here. Nope. Yeah, this simpler trading where you could get the voodoo lines. I mean, guys, really, like, 1,300 bucks. I mean, my indicator is going to cost you 50 bucks a month. I mean, this is just insane. Futures only $1,200. Um, and you can only get it for Thinkorswim or TradeStation. So mm, that's a lot. I'm sorry. I know my math is right, and I mean for weeks it's been calling tops and bottoms. So again, I can't tell you how to use it, how to trade it. They're just math lines that you have to decide what you're going to do with them. But we are working pretty hard on this indicator, and that's how I'm using it. So, like, I'm going to place another at 64.51, which would be this line down here. Um, place an order to go short at 64.95 and a half. And I'm going to place another one up here around 65.10. 65.10 and a half. Yeah, probably not gonna trade gold. I mean, that was a nice little experiment, but probably not gonna trade gold. Um Not really messing with NQ, uh and just mostly sticking to ES. But again, if you do purchase the indicator, and I'll let you guys know when it is available for purchase. It'll come with a 2 free week trial, and then it'll be $50 a month for subscription on it. But again, it is calculated for ES. Will it work on other instruments? Probably. But it is calculated for ES, and so I would use caution if you're going to use it against other instruments. We can open another window and just see how it is for NQ. I know a lot of people really like to trade NQ. I get it. It moves fast. People like it, all those sorts of things. I don't know that it's going to show up because I had those synced. I need to find out when contract rollover is because I think it's very soon. Well, it is this month for certain. Oh, interesting. So outside hour here on NQ. You know what? Let's just, since every streamer trades NQ, set a limit order here to go long. Why is that doing that? I don't like that. I don't know why it's not setting an actual limit order instead of the market. Like, what is happening? No. Is the spread that wide on this thing? I mean, I had the limit up here at 81. The spread's not that wide. Okay. Out of that trade plus $65. Okay, I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I got in a limit order there at 70, 75, 75. I think I meant to do it at 50, but that's okay. See if we get a bounce here off of this level. My throat's a little sore, so obviously not medical advice either, but oil of oregano. Definitely don't want to get sick because I'm getting ready to go on vacation for a week, so I don't want to be sick on vacation. I do have another order in down here at 71 and 3/4. If this continuation does continue, um, if the pullback does sell off does continue, we did not go outside hour on ES, only on NQ. Um, but yeah, so definitely two down red on the hour there. All right, let's see if it picks up another one there for me. This is just an eval as well that I'm halfway finished passing. Still got about 2.5 minutes here on this hourly candle. But yeah, definitely pull back to start the session here tonight. We are in this broadening formation. Um, we are on this broadening formation, so and another tighter one here. Come on, you're so close. Buy me. So in in Q, um, outside hour, this one is already technically gone two down, but we'll see if they buy it up here or if they bring it two down on this next hour. ES is not gone two down yet. Back inside on the new hour so far. But if they do two down, then I'm gonna be looking to add to this. Um, Probably gonna add another one somewhere around in there, just for some of these liquidity levels here. Um, but the indicator level is 64, 65 and three quarters. There's that small one right there, the 64, 71 and three quarters. This is why I try to use limit orders, because I want to get filled at those exact levels. And we could see potentially all the way down to 65 from 71. It's not out of the realm of possibility here. If they break this level with some force, we could potentially see down to 65. I usually try to wait. Um, I usually try to wait until we're at those levels before punching in the order. So I'm a little early to the party here on this one. On this level, but such is life. But the safer play would be to wait on this level here at 64, 65 and three quarters, and see if they bounce it there. Anybody else have a child that wants to throw a fit whenever you're not paying attention to them? A little four-legged child? Yeah, they might go for the six. They might go for the 65. It's definitely a little early on that one. Good thing Apex brought back the DCA. It's the eval as well, so it can't violate their 30% rule. But had this been a funded account, I probably would have. Well, I'm still not 30% into the drawdown. But you do have to keep that in mind with them with their new negative 30% drawdown rule, which I'll just be honest with you, I think is bullshit. Um, I mean, I just think it's bullshit. But, that's their rules, so if you want to trade with them, you got to abide by their rules. But if it was me, I'd just let them deny my payout and then trade another trade another 8 days, make $50 a day, and then get them to approve your payout. So, but I think the negative 30% rule is absolute bullshit. I don't like it. I just think it's just a crock. I know I'm risking another 5 points from here. I mean, I can calculate that math in my head. I know what that looks like. I mean, if you don't know your risk as a trader, why are you trading? Um, but in all actuality, I'm gonna look at it like this, like Alpine, like my buddy Alpine looks at it. You know what my total risk on this account is? $18, because that's what I spent on it. I mean, I got the time aspect involved in it, but in all actuality, my total risk on this account is $18. About the same price as a McDonald's meal these days. And then once I get it funded and I know I'll get it passed, that's that's $85 I've got invested. So less than a hundred bucks all in. I mean, the price of a decent steak dinner. I mean, I know what my risk is. I know what I got involved in it. So it just, yeah, they kill me with that with their negative 30% rule. Like, it makes no sense to me. I don't know why they just don't remove that rule. It's idiotic in my opinion. Oh, look where we're bouncing off of, 71.75. But we still got a long way in this hourly candle here. So the thing about this indicator, these price lines will work on any time frame. Um, you're just playing the candles at that point. But these levels are calculated at open for the entire session. I do know just from back testing, forward testing, all those sorts of things. If we go past the 60, 64, 65, and three quarters here in this Asia session, we could potentially see the 64.51 level hit. So do keep that in mind. Again, I've figured in my risk here. I factored in my risk for what I'm willing to risk here on this trade. But I'll if we go past the 64, 65 and three quarters, I'll definitely have to reassess this trade. But then I'd be pretty much all in down there at 64.51. 64.50 and three quarters. Back to that level, 64.71 and three quarters. Um, if we do go past the 64, 68 and a half, all the way down to 64, 65 and three quarters, we will break that broadening formation. So keep that in mind. Broadening formations are not intended to contain price. However, they can bounce off a price, or a price can bounce off of them, but broadening formations are meant to expand. And that is just this tight one that I drew, not the larger one here around the bouncing off of the 64.59 and a half. The smarter play would have been to play for that break there at 64.71 and three quarters. However, I was actually playing for a potential bounce right there. Again, I knew my risk on this trade, so let's have to see. I mean, we did go two down on the hour, but we keep continuing to come back to that level. So I'm willing to let this play out and see if they might close the hour somewhere around that level. Just have to see how it plays out. If anybody has any questions, please let me know. See, the other thing I did was I front ran that I front ran that rather than actually entering at 71 and three quarters there as well because I couldn't get the Dom figured out. But I think I've got it figured out now. So yeah, I was a little early on that. I did front run that a little bit. Should have waited until we got to the 61, 64.71 and 3/4, which we're at bouncing off of again at the moment currently. My math is correct. My execution is not always correct. That's why I try to use the limit orders as much as possible. Okay, I am going to get off here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, feel free to use my Apex code. It's Blues Trades. Right now, that'll get you 90% off all the way until about 11 p.m. Central Time there on Tuesday, September the 2nd. So feel free to use that code, Blues Trades. This indicator is still being worked on and developed. But what it'll do is it'll draw these lines for you on the chart, and it'll have some arrows at certain levels, and then it'll be up to you guys. What you do at those levels. Um, but yeah, and it is going to be a 2 week free trial on that once it is available. It'll be on TradingView only, and then it'll be $50 a month for the indicator as well. So, all right, I hope you guys have a great night. Feel free to drop a comment, like, subscribe, all those sorts of things. I will go through these levels here real quick before I sign off. But basically, open was 64.80 and 3/4. The next level down, I have a 64.75 and 3/4, and then one at 64.71 and 3/4, which we can continue to bounce off of here. And then I've got one at 64.65 and 3/4, and then another one down here at 64.50 and 3/4. The lower one would be 64.30 and 3/4 and 64.20 and 3/4. To the upside, which is going to take a whole lot to turn around tonight. We've got 64.95 and a half, 65.10. I'm sorry, 64.95 and 3/4, 65.10 and 3/4, 65.30 and 3/4, and 65.40 and 3/4. So, just have to see what transpires here tonight. But currently, we continue to rotate around the 64.71 and 3/4. Just have to see if the sell off continues and they push us down there to 64.65 and 3/4. I do have some more long orders at that level as well, but again, not financial trading advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Feel free to use my Apex code Blues Trades. That's the best way to support the channel. That and like and subscribe. So, all right, I will catch you guys. Probably gonna do a stream again tomorrow night on Tuesday. But then I leave for vacation on Wednesday and be gone for a few days, and then I'll come back and we'll get things started. May try to do a session while I am on vacation for Sunday night. I did not get to do one for this Sunday night Futures Open, so may try to do one while I'm on vacation, just a short one there, and we'll go from there. So, all right, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you have a fantastic week and take care.